Hey, Nick, can you just describe the challenge that guarding Giannis poses and how you're processing and digesting that?
Yeah, I played against him a few times, and just the speed, the strength that he has, getting downhill, he's working on his shot. It'll be a good challenge for us, I think, and just try to throw some different bodies at him and figure out some ways to slow him down.
Even though you haven't had playoff experience before this year, even though this is just your second year in the league, I'm wondering how much you're putting on yourself in a series that is going to be defensively important to help to set that tone.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this series. Like I said, defense is going to be huge in this series, and I take a lot of pride in that. So I'm looking forward to being able to go out there and show what I got.
Brian Lewis with the New York Post.
Hey, Nick, just following up on that. I guess you didn't get to play him game one. You didn't play him game two. You got a couple minutes in game three against Milwaukee. I'm curious, as a defensive-minded guy and a guy that takes a lot of pride in his defense, in your mind, what are your big 2 or 3 keys to at least slowing down Giannis and helping the team keep him under control more than he was in the season series?
Yeah, like I said before, you want to put a lot of different bodies on him and just have a lot of help and make sure that he's not getting out in transition using his speed and athleticism. So, it'll be a team effort. All 5 guys on the court need to be locked in, and that's what I think gives us the best chance to slow him down.
Greg Logan with Newsday.
Nick, in that same vein, how critical will it be for you to have teamwork and kind of a chemistry defensively with Kevin Durant, because the two of you both are mobile and have the length to maybe slow him down? Do you think it'll be the two of you often called upon to try and contain Giannis?
I think when me and Katie are both on the court at the same time, our length and the way that we can affect the game in that way, I think it gives a lot of teams trouble, and we can cleanse a lot of mistakes from guys out there. And I've seen that since we've been out there. But we're talking a lot about Giannis, but they have to stop us too. We got some of the best players, and we have the best players in the world. So it's going to be a good matchup. It'll be a lot of fun.
Tom Dowd, BrooklynNets.com.
Hey, Nick, I think midway through the first round, Steve, after a game, mentioned some ups and downs for you. So I was just curious for that first round series, your first playoff series, what did you feel like were some of the positives, and what do you think were some of the learning experiences?
Positives, I always start with the positive. I learned that, you can be a lot more physical in the playoffs, and I just had to adjust to that. Offensively, defensively, you can get away with a lot more, and of course the intensity level of the game is different. Guys are more engaged, but I think that series was great for me. In Boston, they weren't a pushover. I know they missed some guys, but they had a good game plan. They have guys that have experience in the playoffs, so that was good for me to get that series under my belt, and I'm looking forward to using what I learned from those games in this next series.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Hey, Nick, you touched on this a little bit a second ago, but, Joe has talked about you guys offensively this year as like a pick your poison offense, because, between the big three, and then that could open up Joe if one of them is cut off and looks for you at the rim. Do you look at Milwaukee the same way, in that even if you have a stop on Giannis, you still have to worry about Middleton and Holiday and even Brook Lopez or some of those other guys?
They definitely have been playing really well. They played well against Miami, and like you said, they have a lot of different threats, different guys that you have to be aware of. We talk a lot about Giannis, but, guys, Drew Holiday can beat you. Chris Middleton can definitely beat you, and, other guys that contribute. So, it'll be a collective effort. Everybody needs to be engaged, locked in, and I'm ready to get things started on Saturday.
Ryan Dunleavy with the New York Post.
Nick, how has Blake helped you? As the playoffs here get underway with, your first playoff series, how has he helped you? How do you feel when you guys are out there together? How do you feel you guys work together?
Blake, I don't think we played together in this series, but, he's always just being optimistic, showing me different things that I can do out there, being more physical when I have my opportunities on offense, and, making sure that I'm getting a hit early on guys, boxing out, keeping guys off the glass. So, Blake, that's my guy. And we haven't played much at all in the playoffs. So.
Matt Brooks, Nets Daily.
Nick, when you're watching the tape of, Milwaukee play Miami, with the rim protector as stout as Brook Lopez, where do you see yourself making an impact on offense? Do you see yourself finding spots, pockets where you could make an impact?
Yeah, definitely. Just me being out there and just hooping, finding my flow and figuring out the ways that they'll try to guard our guys, the ways that they'll guard James, Kai, and KD, and honestly just playing off of that and affecting the game any ways that I can offensively or defensively.
Thanks for your time, Nick.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Nick.